Hello, Hilltop! It's Mr. Amici again. Thanks for clicking the second tile in today's Flex Friday workout. Are you two ready to work hard? What's that? Okay. So friends, I mentioned at the end of our warm-up video that you were going to need some weights for the second part of our workout today. And you remember we were calling those dumbbells the last time we used them. So I've got a few examples for you here. Those hand weights that maybe the adult at home has, right? You could use those for our weighted exercise today. So you want to find two things that you can hold, one in each hand, that's about the same weight. I've got two 5-pound hand weights here. Some other options which you have seen already. Maybe if you got a couple of stuffed animals at home, I got a couple of rubber chickens here. So you could use those, or like we've talked about before, cans of soup or maybe some water bottles, some things that you can use as weights. Now, there are going to be a few exercises where we're going to be putting the weights down on the floor and putting our hands down on them. So I want you to think to yourself, is what I'm using going to stay in good condition when we do that? So if you were going to use water bottles, I don't think we would want to put those on the ground and then press our weight with our hands down on them. So if all you have to use are water bottles or something else that might get damaged or broken if you press down on it, the exercises you see us doing where we are putting those down and pushing on those, maybe just set them to the side and use just your hands and maybe just mirror or pretend that you have the weights. But if you've got two stuffed animals or two of the hand weights or maybe two sticks, anything that wouldn't get broken if you were to press down on them. So if you need to pause the video to find your dumbbells or your hand weights to get our next part of our exercise going, pause now. If you're ready to go, so am I. I'm going to set the water bottles down because I'm going to use the hand weights today. All right, the last time we did this, I used the water bottles. I'm going to try with the hand weights today. Okay? So some of these exercises will need both of the weights, and some of the exercises you'll just need one. So I'll tell you and show you when you need both and when you need just one. To start out, first exercise, we only need one. So I safely set my other one off to the side. I still have my mat here. So I'd like you to still participate in a nice flat open space. And if you have a nice soft padding like another yoga mat like I have or some carpet or grass, that would be great too. Okay, our first move is going to be a reverse lunge while holding the weight. We started out with a reverse lunge for our warm-up, and now we've got a reverse lunge with our hand weights. Now I'm going to only hold the weight in one hand. See, it's in this hand here. I'm going to step backwards with the opposite leg. So I've got the weight in this hand. I'm going to step backwards and bend with the opposite leg and stand back up. Now remember, when we do our exercises, we need to work out both sides of our body. So now I want to step backwards with this leg. So I give the weight to my other hand. Weight is in this hand, the opposite leg steps back. The reason we switch, how the weight is on one side and the leg that moves back is on the other, is it helps us keep our balance. So I'm going to turn to the side so you can see this. I've got the weight in this hand. I step backwards with this one, lunge backwards. Give it to your other hand, lunge backwards with the opposite leg. Let's do, how about 10 of those? I've got it in this hand, reverse lunge, 1, switch, reverse lunge, 2, switch, reverse lunge, 3, switch, reverse lunge, 4, switch, reverse lunge, 5. Switch hands, remember the opposite leg goes back, reverse lunge, 6, switch, 7, switch, 8, switch, 9. Switch. 10. Good. Now we did that one with a single weight. Could you do that exercise using both? You sure could. Here's what that would look like. Holding both, reverse lunge, and up. Do I need to switch the weights for my hands? Nope, they can stay in the same. All right, so you can still do a reverse lunge with both weights. You can also modify it by maybe overhead press like we practiced. Whoa, overhead press, reverse lunge. Look at that. Okay, next one, walking lunges. So we're going to travel a little bit. I've got both weights, and instead of lunging backwards, we're going to lunge forward. So I've got one weight in each hand. I'm going to hold them straight down, step forward, bend, and now my back leg I'm going to bring forward. See how I traveled forward there, lunge forward, bend, back up. You want to alternate legs when you're lunging. So I step forward, right leg, bend, step forward. Now I'm going to lunge with the left leg, bend, step forward, turn, step, lunge, bring the other foot forward, step, lunge, other leg forward, step, lunge, leg goes forward, last one, step, lunge, and standing. Nice. Okay, now this is one of those exercises where we're going to put the weights down on the floor and our hands go on top of them. So if you've got something that's breakable or poppable, I wouldn't put your hands down on those weights, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my weights down to the ground. This is called a squat jump back. Squat jump back. Because I squat, I put my hands on my weights, jump my legs back, jump my legs forward, stand, and I lift the weights up with me. I'll show you again. Weights down, hands on top, jump your legs back, jump your legs forward, stand, bring the weights with you the whole time. I'll face forward. Hands down, hands go on top of the weights, jump your legs back, jump your legs forward, stand and bring the weights with you. One more facing forward, weights down, hands on top, jump back, legs jump forward, and stand. Let's do 3 facing this way. Weights down, jump your legs back, jump your legs forward, stand. 2 more. Weights down, legs back, legs forward, stand. Last one. Weights down, legs back, legs forward, stand. Good. Those are our squat jump backs. Oh, maybe we'll do a couple quick standard curls just to get the arms warmed up. Okay, now we only need 1 weight for this next one, so I'm going to set one up to the side. Now what I'm going to do is try to balance. I'm going to balance on one leg. Now the foot that I'm balancing with is the same hand that I'm holding the weight in. And watch, I'm going to turn sideways because I'm going to bend forward almost like I'm stretching. See how I bring that leg back and then back to standing with your feet together. Remember, we have to exercise both sides. Give the weight to your other hand. So if my weight is in this side of my body, that's the foot that's standing on the ground. And the other one, I'll turn to the side so you can see. I bend forward and I bring my other leg back. So I'm keeping my balance and then I bend my body back up. I'll show you that again. The hand I'm holding the weight, that leg stays on the ground. I bend forward and I bring the leg I have up in the air backwards. Whoa, I lost my balance. I put my foot down so I don't fall. I'm going to switch. Give it to your other hand. So that means this leg balances. And my other leg goes back when I bend forward. Okay? So you want to take the weight And it's like you're reaching down to touch the foot that's still on the floor. I'm going to switch, so give it to the other hand. Bend down to touch that foot on the same side with your weight. Oh, I lost my balance. Catch yourself with your foot. Bend down and up. Let's try a few in a row. Switch hands. So we're stretching our muscles, and we're working those muscles hard because we've got our weights. All right, that's our single leg bend. Next, we're going to do some more lunges. And you're going to need both of your weights. And this one, we're going to do that lateral raise. The first time we ever used dumbbell weights, we did lateral raises where you bring the weights up to the side of your body. See how I've got them on the side? You're going to do that same move, except you're also going to lunge forward at the same time. Look at that. And then back. And I want to step forward with the opposite foot and back. Let me turn and face you. Now, say it's kind of tough to lunge forward and lateral raise at the same time. Here's what you could do different. You could lunge, get all the way down there, then lateral raise, bring them back down, stand back up. So you can either try to do both at the same time like that, or lunge forward, bend, once you're down there, then do your lateral raise and back to standing. Let's try 3 with each leg facing this way. So I alternate legs, taking turns. Step forward, 1. Now I'm going to go with my left foot. 1. That was 1 each. 2. 2. 1 more each. This time I'm going to step forward and lunge. Once I'm down here, then I'll lateral raise. And back to where I started. Last one with my left foot. Step forward, bend, lateral raise, and back to standing. Nice. We're really working those legs and those arms today. Friends, we're halfway done with our dumbbell exercises. Keep working hard here. Next is the burpee overhead press. We're going to need both weights. Now, if you remember, the burpee is a real tough move. It's a combination movement, so there's a lot of movement going on. And here's how it starts. Just like those squat jump backs we did, hands down. So remember, if you have breakable or smashable weights, we don't want to put our hands on them and press down. But if you've got strong weights, you can do that. Kick your legs back. I'm going to try a push-up now. Jump forward and stand, and what's left now is an overhead press. I'll do that facing you. Hands down, jump your legs back, maybe a push-up, jump forward, overhead press. Good. Now, if that's really tough for you, we could take out the push-up part. So you could do weights down, jump your legs back, jump your legs forward, overhead press, meaning push the weights up over your head. I'll show you again this way. Weights down, legs back, legs forward, overhead press. Weights down, legs back, legs forward, overhead press. One more facing you. Weights down, legs back, legs forward, overhead press. Nice. This is a new one for us. It's called deadlift front raise. Whoa. This one you put your hands together. So I'm going to get close so you can see me. My weights are touching each other. I'm going to hold them out in front of my body. I'm going to bend, and then I'm going to lift them forward like that. Back down and stand. I know, that's a lot. So I squat down. Once I'm down here, I raise them both forward together. Back down, stand. Let's do 5 of those. 1, stand. Bend. 2, stand. Bend. 3, stand, bend, 4, stand, one more, bend, 5, stand, nice. That's tough. You should feel the insides of your legs and your shoulders getting a little tired. Okay, another combination movement. We're doing a lot of lunges today. This is our last lunge. You're gonna lunge backwards. So I step backwards and I'm gonna curl at the same time. See how I did that? Step back, curl. And we want to alternate, meaning take turns with the feet you're using. Step back and curl. Step back and curl. Step back and curl. 3 more with each side. I'll face forward. Whoops, I went forward on that one. I got to go backwards. 1, 1, 2, 2. Last ones. 3, 3. So reverse lunge, curl. I was doing hammer curls. So you hold it like if you were doing some hammering or drinking some water. I could do the standard curl as well, where the insides of my hands face up, or reverse curl where the back of my hands face up. 2 more, keep working hard. This one is a plank where we hold that push-up position. And now one at a time, you're going to pull your weight to your chest. Now, if you have a breakable weight, you don't want to put your hands and press down on these. So if you have weights that you can't put weight on, just do this with your hands. But I do have weights I can press down on. So while I hold that plank position, one at a time, I pull the weights up to my chest. If you saw I have my feet open, that makes it a little bit easier for this one. So if you're having trouble keeping your balance, instead of having your feet, let me move so you can see me, close together, spread them out. Oh yeah. And alternate or take turns with those arms you're pulling. Good. 2 more each. 1, 1, 2, 2. Good. You're done. We're standing. Okay, last exercise, keep working hard. We're gonna step and slide sideways. Open and close, right? We know this one. Now while we're doing that, we're gonna add an overhead press. So each time you step open, push your weights up over your head. Back this way. I could even add a little bit of a bend in there with my knees, make it a little more challenging. Good. One more going this way. Okay, last one, finish strong. Going back the other way. Open and overhead press. Legs open, overhead press. Legs open, overhead press. Legs open, overhead press. Last one, legs open, overhead press. Good. Wow, way to work hard, Hilltop. If you keep trying your best for all these Flex Friday workouts, you will be so much stronger. You all are learning so much, and I really appreciate all your hard work. So we'll see you next week. Remember to check out our YouTube channel to see all these videos. Whenever you're ready to watch them, I'll have them up on that YouTube channel for you. So keep working hard. Remember to click completed for this tile. Have a great weekend and go Hawks. Goodbye, everybody.